So what positions did you play growing up basketball? Were you always a guard?
Yeah, I was always the guard. I would say guard,
Yeah. And then what about for football?
Football was always a receiver.
Always receiver.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
you
played
found
some DB in intermediate, but it was really strictly receiver.
more receiver.
Yeah.
So you found your positions early on, and I mean, explain that a little bit. Like, what was the competition like growing up? What were some of your, I guess, goals and aspirations when you were growing up? Was it always like, hey, maybe I can play in at the college level, or was it just something that no, you were just focusing, in the moment?
I mean, I used to, I'd always have dreams about, of course, everyone making it to the NBA or playing college and watching, UH on TV all the time, and even just, wanting to play for your home state. Those are kind of like the things that I thought about, and or the teams that I liked, like Kentucky when I was growing up. Yeah. But yeah, I was definitely one of my dreams was UH was my favorite. So, but I dealt with a lot of like, because you don't see too many local athletes make it back then or make it for college basketball or even football. Mostly a lot of linemen would go when I was growing up or from the generations before. It's because of the recruiting, right? You kind of have those doubts of like, hey, maybe I'm too small or, maybe not fast enough or things like that. But, I always competed no matter what, and I always wanted to win. So that's what, always made me step up to those stages. And then every time I'm on that stage, I just try to do my best. And little did I know, I could compete at the Division I level.
Yes. There's so many great things you said there. Let's talk about one question that I always have for the athletes is that, did you have an early growth spurt? Were you always this size through like from early on? Or were you somebody that, had to kind of grow into your frame, and especially for football, right? Was that something that was challenging for you?
Yeah, I was always, I wasn't always one of the taller ones, but I kind of grew at that level, Being smaller was definitely had its, in basketball it wasn't so bad, because the height out here is it's not like the mainland, but for football, I was lucky that the game kind of changed when it was my time, where we went out to more of a 4-wide type of spread systems, offense, and I was lucky to have Coach Khan, and that was kind of what he ran, he ran like a run and shoot like UH, so it kind of fit my size, so, but I can imagine probably having to be a receiver in a 2-wide set and being on the outside and bigger corners or bump and run situation type things, right? So actually, I could see how my size could have hurt me in some systems, but I was lucky to be in ones that fit me.